like school very much because it is the foundation of life and it is the way to succeed in life. Without school, you can't be able to proceed.
17.5 million children in Nigeria are either orphaned or considered as vulnerable children. Evidence exists to show that these children live in deplorable conditions and are exposed to neglect, exploitation, and abuse. Being orphaned or made vulnerable can play a role in whether a child goes to school. Orphaned and vulnerable children may lose access to school for several reasons, including poverty, need for domestic labor, need for income-generating activities, stigmatization, and parental sickness or death.
I'm not in school because I lost my dad some years ago, and my grandmother does not have the money to pay my school fees. And my auntie, she does not have money to pay my school fees. Even money to raise business, she don't have. So that's why I'm not in school.
I attended school, but I have to stop at just one because of school fees.
When my dad died and my auntie and my grandmother did not have money to pay my school fees, then as I finished the primary school, decided to stop.
My father died since I was in primary school, so I have to finish my primary school going to JS1. I was not unable to pay my school fees because it was too much for me.
When I was in school, my best subject was English language. And the reason why my best subject was English language is because it teaches me how to speak, and it teaches me how to use present and past tense, and it teaches me how to slow down when speaking.
Education is very important to me because it teaches me more. It teaches me what I don't know, and it teaches me how to speak English, how to read, and how to write, and how to speak in a public place.
I like school very much because it is the foundation of life and it is the way to succeed in life. Without school, you can't be able to proceed in life.
When I finish my schooling, I want to be a doctor.
Education is very important to me because I can't just sit watching the rest of my fellow friend going to school while I sitting at home. It is very painful for me to just sit and watch them going to school.
When I graduate from the university, I want to become a teacher because teachers are popular and you have respect. People will respect you, and also everywhere you go, they will say that this person is so brilliant, and nobody will try to insult him or say that the person is not brilliant, or to say that this person did not school. Anywhere you go, they will respect you.
I want to help those who are orphans like me like me now. I want to help those whoever that sick, that did not get the money to go to the hospital. I want to help them so one day they should become somebody in future too.
Deep down in my heart, I think that one day I will surely go back to school.
Africa has one of the lowest education completion rates in the world. The low transition rate into secondary schools is partially a result of caregivers not being able to pay for a child's education. Increasing access to education and retention at school is instrumental not only in the health and well-being of the child, but also in their future. In order to access education, orphans and vulnerable children must overcome a host of different barriers that stand between them and their goal.
I've been out of school for about 3 years now.
Now that I'm not in school, I farm to get money to go to school, but unfortunately, I did not get the money, so I have to stay at home.
When I wake up in the morning, after I brush my teeth, I go to the kitchen, sweep the kitchen, pack the plate, the dirty plates, wash them. Then if I have clothes to wash, I'll wash. I'll make fire. Then my auntie will boil water to bath her small baby.
The first thing I usually do is that I usually pray for God to provide money for my mom to go to school. And I wash plates, I fetch water while my mates are going to school. And I also sweep, I went to farm and come back. When I'm at home, there's nothing that I will do. I will just stay looking at them and nothing that I will do. And my mom will say that I should not worry because I will go back to school by the grace of God.
In the morning, I wash the plates, fetched water, and go to the farm, fetched firewood.
When I'm coming back from the farm and I see my mates coming back from school, I feel so bad. I'm not happy because when they are just coming back, they'll be saying what a teacher told them in the school, and I won't know what they are saying because all of them will be responding to each other. I feel very bad when I see my friends or classmates going to school because if my parents have enough money, me too, I could have followed them to school.
When I saw my fellow friend come back from school, gisting about the lesson that they did at school, I will feel sad and unhappy because I'm at home sitting doing nothing, only going to farm. And I feel sad. I even got jealous of them.
I'd rather go to school than staying at home and doing the activities.
I want to learn more about school, and I want to be brilliant and intelligent and become somebody in future.
When I sit and think about my situation, I think one day I'll be in school and I'll be what I want to be in future.
In many African countries, the greatest barrier to accessing education is usually the presence of primary school fees and other related expenditure, which severely restricts the ability of families and caregivers to enable children to go to school. Even in Nigeria, where universal basic education is guaranteed by the government, students must pay additional fees imposed by the schools.
We don't pay school fees in our school, but we pay other things like sportwear, 150, uniform, 1,000, exam money, 450.
You have to go and do that.
Students must pay for tuition and other school-related expenditure, such as books, uniforms, and multiple fees for buildings, maintenance, desks, and so forth.
What I want the government to do to us with the orphans is to bring free education to us, give us all we need, what we want. We are in lack of meals. Every school should know that it's free education. Bring meals to them so that they should not be feeling hungry at any time. And the government should give us more. They should provide. We are in lack of shelter. They should give us more shelter, give us what we are in need with the orphans, so that one day we will be able to go back to school. And when they announce for education, let them buy more textbooks for us, so that we should, even we go back, we learn more about it.
They should keep free education up to the time that everybody will have the opportunity to go, and they should, if they bring the free education, we should have textbooks, we should have library, and they should also bring free hospital that will be able to, when a student is sick, that will be able to go and we have our treatment free. I like Nigeria as a country to make education free. Like some people like us orphans like this, we can go to school and will not have problem.
Nigeria has one of the largest burdens of orphans and vulnerable children in the world. The deplorable situation of orphans and vulnerable children in Nigeria is further compounded by their inability to access education that is supposedly free. Education is an important requirement for the complete development of a child. Despite the availability of opportunities for education through the Universal Basic Education Policy, many orphans and vulnerable children are not effectively accessing basic education due to poverty, school levies, unfriendly learning environment, lack of educational materials, infrastructure, and a lack of commitment to orphan and vulnerable children's educational issues.
I want to go to secondary school, go to university, graduate, and have a work. When people see me and hear my story, they'll be interested in my story and they'll learn more things about it.
I would like to tell my friends that who have the opportunity to go back to school, that let them read hard. Let them read hard and become what God wants them to become.
I would like to tell the children that have the opportunity to go to school is that I will tell them to read hard, and they should also pray for me so that I can join them to go together.
I want to go back to school.
I want to go back to school and I want to learn more. I want to become someone in the future, and I wish the government should bring free education to us so that we will get the opportunity to go back to school.